bags of play sand for the back of the truck. Well, I got the back of the truck unloaded. Now, since I put 160 pounds of sand in the back of the truck, I got to put a board across to keep it from sliding around in the box. So I'll go measure that. Well, it's warming up out here. It's a long ways from warm, but it's a lot warmer than it is outside. It's like 20 some degrees outside, low 20s. Just below 40 in here. I can still see my breath, but it's not anywhere near as cold. Okay, fully charged, ready to run. I'll put the maintainer back on it. That should keep it going all winter long. Okay, leave the door open for a little bit, let the fumes out. Phew! Whole bunch of work. This kind of puts the lie to free wood, you know? There is no free anything. Everything requires effort. Even if it's just having to disassemble the thing. But still, effort isn't a bad thing. Putting a little work into something, getting something out of it when you're done, that's always kind of makes you feel good, you know? I wouldn't say it's necessarily always pleasant, but when you're done, the feeling of accomplishment is well worth the effort. I've always worked out at the fringes of the world, you know, and not been the top dog making big money, some big city, sitting behind a desk, smoking a cigar and having a 3-cocktail lunch. I was the guy they called when it all went to hell. Dave, it doesn't work. What do we do? Well, during all those years of figuring out how to make somebody else's mistake go away, I learned ways to make my mistakes not have as much effect on me. Because I sure made a bunch of them. No question about that. My mistakes weren't always small either. I'd like to say, well, I managed to get out of all of them, but some of them, you just... Some of the mistakes you make, they just stay with you. If you're lucky enough and persistent enough to survive, then mistakes just become lessons. 5, 6, 7, 8. $4 a board. $32 right there. I'm happy. Even if it wasn't a monetary return. You know, if all I did was end up feeling good about having it done, that's often quite enough. Okay. What did I do with the hammer? There it is. Look at that. They didn't put many nails on the end. And it's to catch it where it clocked me on the head. That's an advantage. Well, gained some ground today. Got the shelf out here in the workshop. I got 3 pallets knocked down and the boards parked over there in the corner, ready to make some shelf boards out of them. I got another set of shelves from Menards, so I can finish out that set of 2 over there. Have enough shelf spaces in there that I can pack pretty much everything away and have a place to put everything. So that's gaining. Now that's not organization, that's just working towards organization. Organization is 5S. And I did 5S and let's see. United Technologies. I did 5S at Metal Powder Components. I did 5S at Douglas Corporation. I did 5S at Douglas Autotech. Totally different organization, just happened to be 2 guys named Douglas, started 2 different companies. Then I went to Denver and we did 5S for the last 7 years before I retired. So yeah, I've done organization. Always works for the greater good to have things where you can find them and places that you have a good understanding of what's going to happen when you walk in there. So working towards it. I have got a pile of stuff, but also I don't spend money. Most of the stuff in here, other than the shelves I bought, was free. Well, I didn't pay for the mower, I didn't pay for the tractor. I have paid for some of the stuff, but the boards and the pipe and the boxes and the sawhorses and tons of stuff, I either get it free or really inexpensive. Does that allow me to be organized? No. If I was organized, absolutely driving only for organization, I would just buy everything all set up. You know, you can buy a house with all the furniture in it, and some decorator has gone through and done the whole thing. You walk in, pop your butt down, and you're in organization to the max right from the get-go. Or you can build your house and have sawdust on the floor while you're doing it. You can go out in the woods, chop down the trees, cut them up, debark them, trim them, fit them, make a log cabin out of it, grind your own limestone, bake it, make your own concrete, pour foundations. There's lots of things that you can do that require a lot of work and a lot of disorganization and a lot of mess and a lot of sweat and a lot of blood. But when you're done, you got something you can say is yours. I built this building from scratch. Took all the bits and pieces like an erector set, figured it out because the directions were goofy, put the thing together, sighted it, did the whole 9 yards, ran wire to it. It's mine. It's organized to this point. The wire is in exactly where it's supposed to go. The power panel is exactly the way it's supposed to be according to code. The roof, the walls, the foundation, everything is exactly the way it's supposed to be. Exactly the way I wanted it because I made it that way. So, organization. I'm going to get off this subject, but I got to tell you, there's only a couple of things that really ticked me off, and that was one of them. If you have any suggestions for new video, questions about today's video or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. We may not agree. We may agree to disagree. We may not ever speak to each other again. But in any case, I got to say what I wanted to say, and you got to say what you wanted to. Thanks for watching. Well, this little light truck always is happier when it's got some weight in the back. When I put it near the tailgate, it adds more weight to the rear wheels and makes it handle a little better. Managed to get these 2 80-pound bags of sand into the back of the truck and get a 54-inch board dropped in there so that they won't slide around much. Usually what happens is the wrinkles, the grooves in the truck bed form into the bag and the bag freezes solid, and then it doesn't slide around anymore. But the board helps.
This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the U.S. or 16 in the European Union without the express written permission of the parents or the legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.